So welcome everybody to the Theta Healing Introduction to Intuitive Anatomy. This introduction to intuitive anatomy is, we wanted to create this as a space really for all of you to get an idea of what intuitive anatomy is, how you can prepare for it, what you can look forward to. Anything that comes up for you, we're going to answer any and every question that you have related to what the course is, what it looks like, what it may offer you, how much it is, how you can pay for it, what that adventure looks like as well, which we're prepared for to answer any and every question that you have. Okay, so there's no questions that are off the table. Please be bold, be brave, ask away, because your questions are contributions to everyone. Okay. That being said, we have some new people to Theta Healing. And for those of you who are watching online who don't know what Theta Healing is and maybe stumbled upon this video, what I want to share with you is that Theta Healing is a meditation technique that was created by Vianna Stibel. And the meditation technique comes with an incredible body of tools that help you to gain further clarity, understanding, and knowing of your higher divine purpose, and which also includes your intuition. So it's the ability to be able to fine tune and hone your intuition so that you can utilize your intuition as your main operating system in your life. Okay. And the way that we do that in Theta Healing is you start with the basic class. Okay. The basic class kind of gets you warmed up to the technique, the modality. You begin to have communication with angels, guides, masters. You do some clearings on the body. After the basic class, you go in to take the advanced class, DNA 2. First one is DNA 1, the second one is DNA 2. In DNA 2, you learn deeper and deeper and deeper into the structure of the 7 planes of existence, which you will learn in level 1, which is basically what Vianna explains is the construct of the universe, how we operate in the universe, how the universe is expressed to us in this physical third plane reality. So that's level 2. Level 3 is called Dig Deeper. One of the tools that you'll learn in the Theta Healing and with the Theta Healing technique is the process of what we call digging. Digging is a way that we actually intuitively search for and look for limiting beliefs, because what we know to be true is that we are constantly creating our reality. Okay. Our reality is never, ever, ever mistaken. It is never by accident. Every single thing that shows up in our reality is a result of a belief. And the great news about that is that once you've identified that, then you can change everything about your life. And that also includes your health. And so in the Dig Deeper course, what we do is we give you 8 different styles and ways to dig, to find the bottom belief of what it is that could be blocking you in your lifetime. For those of you who are just joining, I'm just giving a review of what the Theta Healing technique is before we get on to intuitive anatomy. So those are the first 3 courses. The 4th course, which is a prerequisite to intuitive anatomy, is called You and the Creator. And You and the Creator is a really powerful 2-day course that demands of you to figure out and to discover what voice, what energy you're connecting to in whatever plane it is you're connecting to, and how to ascend even higher so that you know that your messages and your intuitive voice is actually coming directly from the 7th plane of all that is, which is where also known as the creator of all that is. Okay. In the Theta Healing technique, one of the things that Vianna teaches is that all planes have the ability, we have the ability to work on all the planes. But when we're working on the lower planes, there's always an exchange. There's an exchange of energy. Now, the reason that Vianna has created and given us this meditation to tap into the 7th plane is so that we don't have to go through all of those exchanges, those rites of passage, all of those things, those initiations that we do in the lower planes. And so out of all of these 4 courses, they set you up so that you can tap in fully and completely to the 7th plane energy of all that is. Okay. Now, those are the 4 classes that are prerequisites for intuitive anatomy. Okay. If you have not taken any of those courses yet, it's absolutely okay. We are offering them most likely all before intuitive anatomy begins in late March. Okay. The first one, also for those of you who are brand new, the next basic class that I am offering is going to be on January 21st, January 21st, January 22nd, and January 23rd. Okay. And you can sign up for those. You can register. You can ask myself or Rebecca any questions that you have about the basic theta healing class coming up. Okay. So that's that. Now, all of that being said, I want to dedicate the rest of our time this evening to talking about intuitive anatomy. Intuitive anatomy is what you would call, if theta healing was like a regular college, it would be your doctorate program. Okay. We call it back when I was taking intuitive anatomy, we called it Theta Healing Boot Camp. Okay. So first of all, it's a 3-week commitment, 15 days, a 15-day full commitment. Okay. And that commitment has always only been something that you had to do in person. Vienna was very, very clear that she never wanted theta healing to be taught online. And then the pandemic happened and everything changed. And then she said, I really, really, really think it's important that people are live in person for intuitive anatomy. And the online teaching has been so successful that she has found, structured, and created a way for us to teach intuitive anatomy online. So what's great about that is that I, as the instructor, we as the instructors have the ability to work out a schedule that works for our students. And what I know about my students, the students to all of you who have taken classes with me or are here, is that most of us work during the day, right? Most of us have daytime work. That's always been one of the things with intuitive anatomy, is that it's always been very hard to take off time from work. So what we have decided to do, what Rebecca and I have decided to do, is we've decided to create the course, and the course will be from Sunday to Thursday. Okay. Sunday will be an all-day class. Okay. Every Sunday, all 3 Sundays will be an all-day class that will begin in the morning at 10 a.m. and we will go till 6, 7, maybe even 8 o'clock. Okay. You will have plenty of breaks. You will have plenty of breaks, but it's the only time during the 3 weeks that we are requesting that you are completely present and you give us those days, those Sundays, those full Sundays to dedicate to your practice. Okay. So those are Sundays. Then what we're going to do is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to begin class in the evening at 7 p.m. Okay. That will go from 7 p.m. until roughly 11 p.m. Okay. What we have done and figured out is that this actually, the class that we have created, or the schedule that Rebecca and I have created, we have been able to structure it in a way that every day it's going to be, let's say the non-Sundays, the days on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to be half lecture. Okay. So we'll focus on one system of the body. We'll focus on one system of the body, and then you will spend the second 2 hours of the day working on each other. So the first hour, one person will go, the second hour, the second person goes. Okay. This will continue every single day. On Sundays, we will probably do 3 systems. Okay. We will probably do 3 systems on Sundays. So we'll do a system, do an exchange, take a break, do a system, do an exchange, take a break, do a system, do a system, do an exchange, take a break. In the intuitive anatomy class, your exchanges are an hour each. Okay. Why? Because what we're doing is we're preparing you for this as your career. Vienna says that if you've gotten this far in your theta healing practice, God willing, you should choose. You might want to choose that this is something that you could do as a career, or something that you would want to do as a career. Okay. This class is really, really structured that way to prepare you for taking your intuitive healing practice into the real world. Okay. So The structure is there. Sundays, 3 systems, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. At the end of it all, we'll have done 80 hours, guys, of lecture, workshop, demonstration. There are some videos we have to show about systems of the body. One of the, what comes with the course is you'll get the intuitive anatomy manual, which is giant anyway. Then you will also get a atlas of the body. It is a special atlas that Vienna has asked us all to share and pass out to our students when they sign up for intuitive anatomy. So it is imperative that you also recognize the commitment that you're making towards yourself, for your students, for your clients. Okay, you're going to want to invest as much energy as possible into this course. Now, I know we all have jobs, we all have things we have to do, but please, that's why I'm doing this in January and preparing you, because the class is in March. I want you to have plenty of time to prepare, do absolutely everything you need, and get ready for it. So what is the class itself? What are the things that we're going to learn? What are the things we're going to go through? Now, this, like I said, this is like Theta Healing Boot Camp, because every day for 15 days, you are going to gift and receive a Theta Healing session. Okay. What we know in Theta Healing, if anybody is new hearing this for the first time, is that all of our beliefs are creating our reality. So our limiting beliefs are contributing to disease and disorder in our lives. Okay. Anything and everything Vienna explains that's happening in our body is a direct result of a dis-ease in the body, in the system, where it becomes then something that is a belief, right? Our beliefs are creating our reality. I'm going to say it a zillion times, I know. But what happens in the body is every single system, every single organ, every single microbe, every single facet, every single bacteria, every single carbohydrate, protein, everything has consciousness. Everything has a belief. Certain systems of the body hold different beliefs for different things. For example, I will tell you the lungs, right? The lungs hold all of our sorrow, and they also hold all of our joy. When you intuitively learn to listen to the lungs, when the lungs are healthy, they have almost like a giggling sound, like a little childlike sound, okay? When they are not healthy, or when they're out of alignment, or when they're stressed, they have a heavy wheezing sound. And that's what we hear when we hear wheezing, right? They have a heavy wheezing sound. There is a sadness to them. Okay. In this class, you will begin to learn how those systems of the body speak to you. Okay. We teach you how to listen to the lungs. We teach you how to listen to the heart. We teach you how to listen to absolutely everything. Vienna explains that every single system in the body has a vibration to it. And you want to imagine that the entire body is like a symphony with all different instruments. And when the body is aligned and the energies are aligned in the body, then you have a beautiful orchestra. And as that orchestra plays, everything is ease, joy, and glory, right? It's happiness, it's joy, it's fulfillment. But if you listen to the body and one of the instruments seems out of tune, you can immediately, through the work that you will learn in intuitive anatomy, go to that system and say, oh, it sounds like the string section is off. And then you'll discover whatever that means to you in the body, and you'll go for it. And you'll work on it. Once you've pinpointed and identified that system, and you've learned how it works and functions from a technical aspect, then you'll begin to look at it almost like you would a car, right? A car has all of these pieces within its motor, and they're all running at a different rate and this and that, but they all have to kind of work magically. Once you learn how it works, then you can actually ask it and communicate with it. And once you communicate with it, you see what it needs, or you see where its disconnect is. And from there, you will ask it what beliefs it's holding on to. Then through the process of digging with your client, with your student partner, you guys will go through and you will muscle test limiting beliefs that the body tells you. And then you will actually ask through the energy of the seventh plane of all that is, the creator of all that is, and through your intuition, using your intuition, you will ask how to realign and to create a supportive belief as to eradicate and eliminate the disease. Okay, this is the gift of intuitive anatomy. It is very scientific, but for those of you like myself who are not very scientific, or I wasn't then, I am much more so now. But those of us who science might make us feel heavy, what we want you to know is that this is not the primary focus of the course, okay? The primary focus of the course is you learning how to communicate with the body. And in doing so, what happens is you become an expert at body scanning. And body scanning is a technique that we learn in Theta Healing from day one, where you have the ability to witness the entire energetic body of a person, find out what limiting beliefs are in their way, and begin to pull them and replace them. Okay, so now you take that, you apply it to Theta Healing Bootcamp, otherwise known as Intuitive Anatomy, and you're digging on all the beliefs of the body. Now, what's unique about this course is that a lot of things will come up. Okay, 15 days, something, some crazy amount of sessions you're going to be doing. 15 days, tons and tons and tons of work you're going to do on yourself. A lot is going to come up. Okay, that's why I want to reiterate what an incredibly sacred space intuitive anatomy is. Guys, if you are not serious about this class, please don't take it. Okay, this is not something you just want to take because, oh, it sounds cool, and now we're offering it in the evenings so you can. No, this is a commitment, and we want to make sure that the commitment that you make is not only to yourself, but it's to the souls that you are reconnecting with in this lifetime to complete and continue your work. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that, reincarnation is such a beautiful thing, and it gives us the opportunity to always continue to learn and grow with each other. Many of you are a part of our soul family, right? We've been together for, some of us, 2 years at this point, doing the Theta Healing technique. And we support each other, and we're there for each other, and we communicate, we do healings for each other, and we are a part of that community. And any of you who is watching now and is not directly a part of our community, I've got news for you. We've been waiting for you. You are a part of our community because you were called here to this moment, to this class with all of us. So when you make the commitment to take intuitive anatomy, you are making the commitment to show up every single day. Every single day. Vienna says, we permit you, worst case scenario, to miss one class. To miss one class. But you must make it up. Okay? In order to get certified and to complete the certification, you must make up that one class. You're permitted to miss one class for, let's say, whatever purposes, but let's call them emergency purposes because we want to make the commitment to the class. And once you have completed intuitive anatomy, you are certified as an official Theta Healing practitioner, an advanced high-level Theta Healing practitioner. One of the things that I will also share with you is that every single one of you will actually be tested by me and the creator, and Vienna, because Vienna always has a way of showing up in the class metaphysically. And so by the end of the class, one of the last things we're going to do is that each of you, I'm going to have the opportunity to observe each of you working on each other, and using my gifts, if you will, then I have the opportunity to piggyback, we call it, and watch what you're doing and what you're seeing intuitively, just to make sure that everybody's on the right track. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to turn on my light here. It's getting a little dark. Ta-da! Okay, so you will be tested. You'll have the opportunity to test. Please don't stress about the test. You're going to be well prepared for it because it literally happens in the last few days. Okay, so don't stress about the test. It's going to be great. And we're going to be working so intimately with each other for those 3 weeks that you are always going to be able to ask me for help. You're going to ask me for help. For some reason, my guides are telling me there's going to be around 8 people in the class. So that is an amazing amount. That's a perfect amount of people. If there's more, great. If there's not, that's fine too. But my awareness is we're going to have probably about 8 to 10 people that are in the class. And what I want you to know is that allows us the opportunity and the space to really, really, really work with each other, to get to know each other very intimately, and to have the support that you need. Okay? That is the intuitive anatomy class. That's the intuitive anatomy experience. Now, if you're hearing all of this and you're like, oh my God, it's so much, I don't know if I'm quite ready by March. I'm going to let you know, we have another offering in August. So for those of you who are maybe just showing up, this is a great thing maybe you can work towards or prepare for in the future. We have another offering in August. We will be teaching intuitive anatomy again in August, but it will be a daytime course Monday through Friday. It'll be Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 every day. And that will be for the whole month of August for 15 days, Monday through Friday, okay? However, if it feels light to you and it feels super excited for you and you're ready to dive in, I want to tell you what you can do to right now to prepare. So the cost of the course, whammy here, is $2,500, okay? Your investment
26.
Your investment, thank you, Rebecca. Your investment is $2,600, okay? We all know that $2,600 is a large commitment, and we want to make sure that you know that we can and we will arrange a payment plan for you, okay? That's the reason, again, why we're having this upfront. The only thing you need to know is that the course must be paid off by the time it starts. So you have between now and March 20th, 23rd to pay for the course, okay? And you can, Rebecca and I will help, we will help you work out whatever payment plan you want. Within reason, please don't give me 100 payment plans, but okay, we'll work out something for you. It'll be easy. We'll create a PayPal invoice system where you can just put in your payment, and then it'll just bill you at the same time every month. Okay, so that's the investment. The investment is $2,600. There is a course deposit. How much is the deposit, Rebecca?
It's $260.
So it's 10%, right? It's 10% of the course, which is $260. Okay. I have to tell you, the deposit is non-refundable. Okay. It's 100% non-refundable. Okay. Now, at any point during the rest of your journey, you decide that you don't want to take this course, we will refund you whatever you have given except the deposit. Okay. The deposit is to secure your space, and it's also to secure the class, because we have to prepare for the class. That means ordering materials, all that kind of stuff. So we're ordering materials based on who pays a deposit. And so unfortunately, we can't return that money back to you. So payment plans, we can do that. What else can I tell you about that? I don't know. Any questions? If you have questions, just raise your hand in the app, because it's an easy way to kind of navigate everybody's things here. Yes, Lisa, please.
Hey, how are you? Just
Hey.
have a question about.
I don't wait. I don't get to see your face.
Okay.
Even a peek. Ah, there she is. Yay. Everybody, this is Lisa. She's a part of our spiritual community. Yes, ma'am.
How does the makeup class work?
That will be arranged between you and me and Becky.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, if you foresee, if like say, for example, you know that there's going to be a day that you're going to miss and you know it right away, that's amazing. Okay. Because I can work with you beforehand to give you the materials that you need to go over things. There are some ideas that I'm playing with in terms of how to best support everyone throughout the course. So there will always be support there. Okay. But Lisa, one rule of intuitive anatomy, you must always be on camera. Okay.
Okay. One more question.
Yeah.
Is there an opportunity to get some of the materials up front? Because I'm not very familiar with the body, so I know that there's a lot to kind of learn. And at the same time, I do like the scientific aspect of it, so I kind of want to learn it.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm not afraid, but I'm worried that it's like just so much information at once,
Of
and
course.
sometimes better to kind of go through it multiple times to have it committed.
1000%. I cannot send you the manual until the class, but what I can send you is the atlas of the body so that you can get to know the body. Okay. I do have to also say, if you require that, please understand that that's a part of your deposit. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Great. Nico, wait, Lisa, did I answer all your questions, my love?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Nico, yes, sir.
Very exciting. So I wanted to ask, so the official kickoff is the 23rd of March.
What, honey? Say it again.
The 23rd of March is the kickoff.
That's correct. We're going to start on a Wednesday because I have another training that I'm teaching beforehand. And so we're going to start on a Wednesday, and I just found this out today, but I'm really excited that we're doing this because we're going to ease into it, guys. Yes. I was going to start on a Sunday and it was going to be this big marathon, but no, we're going to actually ease into it. We're going to do Wednesday and Thursday evenings. We're going to do on Wednesday, the first night, we're going to do microbes, and on the following night, we're going to do microbes, and then I don't know, I have to look. Microbes, and then something on the second night. You'll have 2 days off. And then on Sunday, we'll start diving into some of the organs of the body. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm very interested. I just need to make sure that in my calendar, it all works out. So I'll let you guys know.
Amazing. We're very excited to have you.
If the universe wants it, it will happen.
Exactly. Exactly. When you know what they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? And yes. The teacher in this case is the universe. And I am maybe a channel for the universe in this case, but you and the universe have your own special relationship. That's why I cannot stress enough. You will never hear any pressure from any of us, or at least I can speak for myself and Becky. You will never hear pressure from us to sign up for the course. As a matter of fact, I will tell you not to sign up for the course unless you are 1000% absolutely sure that this is for you. Okay? Really, 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 really for you. Okay? Any other questions?
No, sounds beautiful. Very happy that you're able to offer this.
I know, honestly,
and
it's
in
really
nice time frames, because 3 weeks during daytime, forget it.
Exactly. And that was one of
especially in the summer. I'd rather be at the beach.
Exactly. Absolutely. I agree with you 1000%. I'm the crazy one. I listened to God, and God was like, you will teach a class in August. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And then God said, Nico, you may be in Greece, so don't worry.
True, because the time difference works.
Exactly.
But there's a solution for everything.
That's right. And how much luckier can we be? Yeah,
Right,
exactly,
great,
Becky.
guys.
Thank you. And Becky, thank you for noting that. We honor and recognize that most of us have families. Okay, we have families, we have partners, we have all that kind of stuff. And we really wanted to communicate to you guys that we know that. I know that I come from the Jewish tradition where Friday night and Saturday is kind of a sacred energy day for me. And I wanted to make sure that that was available to those who requested it. And also to make sure that, that you guys have time for your family and that you have you're not too exhausted so that you can have Friday nights dinners or whatever you want. But we did need to include that big Sunday, those big Sundays to chunk away a lot of that energy. The total coursework is about 85 hours. I don't know if I said that, I'm repeating myself, but it's about 85 hours total. So, oop, am I there? Did I mute myself? Okay, sorry. It's about 85 hours total. And because it's 85 hours, we want to make sure that everyone gets in and gets exactly what you invested in it. 1000%. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say that there was prerequisites to the boot camp of the DNA 1 and 2 and the digging?
Yes, exactly. The intuitive anatomy is the most advanced class in theta healing. And so Vienna demands that the 4 prerequisites are DNA 1, which is basic theta healing, DNA 2, which is advanced theta healing, dig deeper, and you and creator. So we're teaching this particular offering this month. We're doing basic in 3 days, and then we do advanced. Advanced is usually 3 days. Dig deeper is 2 days. I think we're doing dig deeper over 3 evenings in February, and then you and creator is either 2 days or 2 full days or 3 evenings. So those offerings, Becky and I are working on all of them, and they will be up on our website momentarily if they're not already. Okay. And also, listen, most instructors shy away from it, but I love one-on-one instruction. Okay. I love one-on-one instruction, and because it gives me and you the opportunity to work intimately. Okay. And it gives us the opportunity, it gives me the opportunity to work with you directly, one-on-one, to really help you grow and to help you to fine-tune and hone your intuition. It's important that all transparency. Private classes are about 3 times the amount. I think actually even more than that. I think we raised them to, what are they now, Becky? 2,300 or something?
I believe so. I have to double check.
Yeah, we raised the prices recently because we realized that we're creating them that's on your schedule. Okay, it's on your schedule. So if you wanted to do individual personalized instruction, like you wanted one-on-one, we can make the room for that. Okay. I should caveat that with I only have the availability to do that for maybe 3 people. Okay. So if that's something that interests any of you who are listening for the first time and you want to get those courses in for intuitive anatomy, please, please, please let me know. Okay. And also, by the way, if you have a bunch of people and you have a bunch of people that say you want to take basic or advanced, and you have a bunch of people, then you can pull them together and you can just pay the regular price. It doesn't have to be the private price. Okay. Yes, 2222. Everything, just so you guys know the crazy numbers in my business, everything equals an 8 because 8 is the number of wealth and abundance. And what I know to be true is that when you invest in you, it comes back to you tenfold or more. Okay. So all of my numbers and all of my practices equal 8. So if you're like, oh, I don't understand that, that's why. It's a numerology thing. Anybody have any more amazing questions? Anybody? Okay, cool. So what else can I tell you about intuitive anatomy? Actually, why don't I tell you a personal story? Okay. Yeah. I had been doing theta healing for about a year. I had gone through almost all the classes that you could have taken then. And at the time, I was a professional actor. So when I got into theta healing, it was like my side gig, right? And it was how I made money on the side to support me during my gigs. And it was really, really amazing. And I never expected to be as good as I was. I never expected for Theta Healing to be something that would have been such a contribution to so many people. And my path in Theta Healing made me realize that what I'd always been searching for in entertainment was to inspire people and to help people to change their lives. And when I came to Theta Healing and started using my gifts that I always knew I had, but I didn't know how to use them. When I came to Theta Healing, I started to see that I had other gifts and talents that I was really ready to explore. So my practice, my private practice, had taken off so much that it started to overshine and overshadow my acting work. So, and everything from in my life at that time was all word of mouth, right? I didn't have any advertising. I didn't do anything. It was literally all, hey, you know, call this guy. He's an intuitive healer, blah, 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 blah. And so my whole practice was built by word of mouth. And as you guys know, one of our biggest asks, our biggest desires with this skill in learning these things is to be able to share them with our family, right? And because we have a desire to create ease and good health in our family. And I fortunately have been very blessed to have a very healthy family. And for the most part, very healthy family, happy family. We have no history of this, of that, whatever. And lo and behold, my class, the intuitive anatomy class I took was in October. May of that year, my mom received a diagnosis that she had uterine cancer. And my mom is my best friend. And it really, really threw me. And it scared the shit out of me. And my Theta Healing teacher at the time looked at me and he said, Daniel, come on. You have all the tools you need to help your mom. And I was like, oh my God, I do. I do. And so I started to work on my mom. She was very open and receptive. And it was an intimate tango between me and the medical world, me and her doctors. Her doctors would tell her she needs this. And intuitively, I saw that she didn't. And how do I tell her? And what is the easiest way? And how can I trust myself? And la, 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 la. Drama, drama, drama. Anyway, it was a nice opportunity for me to learn that balance. Now, they had also recommended that she have surgery to remove the cancer, all that kind of stuff. And so the surgery was scheduled for the same day as my first intuitive anatomy course. And I spoke to her doctor. Her doctor was like, do what you're going to do. It's going to be fine. It's going to be easy. It's an easy thing. She's going to be fine. So she had her surgery. She did her thing. And she finished and came out. And the doctor said, you know, we got everything, blah, 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 but we want to do 6 months worth of chemo. And every hair on my body stood up. And I started to go into this place. I knew that the cancer was gone. I knew it was gone. I knew that it was out. Why would you put her through 6 months of chemo? And I'm telling you what I knew intuitively, okay? Again, I'm not a medical doctor, whatever. I'm only going on what I know to be true. Anyway, again, with the dance, I said to my mom, I said, Mom, can I please work with you every single day through this process so that we can lessen the effects of the chemo? Because of course, you know, when a doctor says you have to do something, most people do it. So my mom had the best oncologist that there was in Orlando. He said to do it. She said, of course, I trust you. Yes, my son is a healer, but you're the professional, right? So I started to work with my mom and I went down to Florida to be with her. And her first day of chemo, we worked all day together. The nurses had her hooked up I wouldn't let them turn the machine on until I was done, until we were done. I made everybody leave. And I sat there with her and I cleared every single belief that she had about chemo, the effects of chemo, all of that kind of stuff. So she went through her first round of chemo. The doctors told her, you're going to start to have this, and you're going to start to have this. And by the third day, you're going to lose your hair. And then this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. So be prepared. And so I am sitting there next to my mom, cancel, 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 cancel all those beliefs. What happens? What would be the worst thing that could happen if you didn't have to go through all of that stuff and you only got to experience the positive sides of the chemo? Anyway, so my mother was amazingly receptive, and day 1 goes by. How are you feel, Mom? Feel pretty good. Day 2, day 3. She's like, isn't today the day I'm supposed to lose my hair? And I was like, that's what they say, but we know better. We know differently. That following week, one of the other things they said is that she would lose her appetite and lose a ton of weight. Well, my mom loves food. Food is her biggest thing. The next Thursday was Thanksgiving. She ate like a horse. She's like, I thought this was supposed to make me thin. She's like, what do you know? So the following week, I think it was 2 weeks in, she had to do 2 weeks, and then she had to go in for a test to make sure everything was going well. So she went in for the test, and the doctor came in, and he said to her, Linda, I have some news for you. And she says, what? And he goes, I don't know what to tell you, but we don't detect any cancer anymore. And my mom was like, wow. And he goes, great news is that you don't need much, you don't need the originally prescribed amount of chemo. And she was like, well, how much do I need? And he's like, well, we want to do one more round just to be safe and whatever, but you're basically cancer-free. So we want to make sure that you are, and then we're going to run the CAT scan and what have you. Now, of course, you know, that second round of chemo really did her in, of course. But sure enough, after that, she was tested and her cancer was gone. Okay. So she was scheduled to have 6 months worth of chemo, 6 months worth of treatment, and she didn't. Okay. Now, I am absolutely not taking any credit for her healing. It is all through the creator of all that is. 1000%. I have nothing to do with it. I am just the channel, as we all are. But it is the power of this work to change our beliefs. Okay. And all of the work that I did with my mom came from my intuitive anatomy class. We have a whole day on the reproductive system. And because I knew my mom was going through it at the same time, I studied that system. And I'll give you a little caveat, not a little caveat, but a really cool fun fact of how the universe prepares you for things. I spent more time working on the female reproductive system than I did anything else to help my mom. And as it happens now, one of the things that I'm going to say known for in my practice is working with women and with women's health and with fertility. It has been a huge contribution in my private practice. And so how interesting that prepared me for what I know to be true as one of my skills when it comes to the body, right? And you guys, spoiler alert, each one of you has a part of the body too that you are actually more connected to, right? So you have the ability to be able to fine tune and hone and connect to all of that too, okay? Disclaimer, please, 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 please do not take this story with my mom as, you know, me telling you that theta healing or any alternative healing modality is the be all end all replacement for everything. I have to say that. For me, my choice, my interesting point of view is that it is the kind of medicine that I prefer in my life. Okay. So that's a little bit of my story with ThetaHealing. And actually, once everything happened with my mom and my mom was better, that's when I actually shifted my entire focus to doing this work. Shortly thereafter, I became an instructor. I was a practitioner before. Shortly after that, I became an instructor and started instructing people and teaching this course all across the world, actually. And my whole world opened up, my whole universe opened up, everything. And now in these 10 seconds, I really feel aligned with what I do. I feel aligned with this practice. I feel aligned with I'm very passionate about it. I love it probably more than I love anything that this reality contributes to us, you know? And before, 10 years ago, it was like, musical theater was like my whole life, And this is my passion. This is my musical theater now, the musical theater of the soul, the musical theater of the body. So that's my story. And so if you guys also, I want to share that if any of you want to reach out to me directly and have like a 10-minute conversation about what you think it could contribute to your life, you are all more than welcome to email me. My email is daniel@theprovocativeintuitive.com. And you're more than welcome to email me, and we can schedule 10 minutes to talk about it. But please only make it about stuff for the course or your process in the course, okay? It's not a private session with me. It's an informative 10 minutes that I'm happy to give you. Also, don't make it about money. Becky will handle everything that has to do with money. So I will handle everything. Becky, can you put your email in there too? If you want to email, if you have questions about financing, contact Rebecca. That sounds so official. Sounds like I'm on an infomercial for Tony Robbins or something. Becky, any payment arrangements, anything having to do with finances or money, please contact Rebecca. Okay, number one. And if you have anything pertaining to whether or not you feel like you're ready to take the course, what your abilities are, how you can contribute, or how the course can be a contribution to you, then I'll be happy to jump on a call with you. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? You guys are an amazing audience tonight. And I really, really appreciate your attention, I feel your energy, and it inspires me so much. It inspires me because, I know many of you are in the same place that I was. Okay. You're in the same place that I was how many ever years ago when I was doing this. And if I could fast forward and show you what's on the other side, what happens to you this many years later when this is your life and your day is spent contributing to empowering people and helping people and creating a greater change in the world, how does it get any better? How does it get any better? And that is my interesting point of view, by the way, but it is what works for me. Svetlana, yes, ma'am.
I have a question. Besides the courses as a prerequisite, I understand it.
Yeah.
Is there any way we need to prepare for the course? For example, I know you mentioned that for more advanced intuitive anatomy courses, you need to take a special diet. You need like cleanse your body to strengthen your connection with the creator. So is there any requirement of this kind for this course?
By the book, no. Okay, by the book, no. But what will happen, my dear, is that after I receive an awareness of who's coming to the course, what I will do is I will have a little conversation with the creator. Okay. And I will have a conversation with the creator, and the creator in plenty of time, in plenty of divine time, will kind of instruct us how to play with that. Right. The creator will say to me, yeah, these people are really advanced, right? They are ready for this. Let's do this, okay? Whereas maybe the people who are showing up are maybe not as advanced as some of the rest of you are. And the creator will be like, no, you know what? For now, let's let them go through the process of doing all of that, and then we can play with it, okay? One of the cool things that you will learn in this class, guys, are different, really, really cool techniques and cleanses and herbs and crystals and all of these things that you can use to really, truly further aid in sharpening your intuition, right? Have you ever, I'll tell you, the most psychic I have ever been in my life, which was almost freaking freaky, was when I had COVID. And I had COVID, I received COVID in March of 2020, like right when it first came to the States. And I received it and I was sicker than I've ever been in my life. I was in bed for 3 weeks. It was awful. It was like the potent strain, right? But what it gave me was this amazing opportunity to work on myself. And I laid in bed and for 3 weeks, because, you know, again, what you learn in intuitive anatomy, the lungs are connected to sorrow and joy. And, you know, you want to protect your lungs against COVID above everything. So for that time, I laid in bed and I found deep sorrow in my life, not only from this lifetime, but from other lifetimes that I was still harboring in there. Okay. And I was pulling it out left and right. And little by little by little by little, I healed myself. And I literally, the only treatment that I took for COVID was oregano oil, zinc, vitamin C, and whatever. I couldn't even eat, right? I couldn't eat. The only thing I was craving was like Domino's pizza and Coca-Cola, which I tried to eat one time and I couldn't eat it because it was like cardboard, right? So I was eating pineapple. I loved pineapple. Anyway, to make a very long story short here, I think I lost like 20 something pounds. Like I lost a lot of weight. And I was so psychic that I knew somebody was going to call before they were going to call, and I knew exactly who it was, right? And it freaked me out. I knew what was going to be said on the news before I turned on the television. I knew who was going to call. I knew exactly the way my year was going to go, right? It was wicked. It was wicked. And I asked Vienna what that was about. And she said, your body, believe it or not, was cleansed fully during COVID. Okay. So all of those things that are in our body from food that we're not even aware of, right? Those things are actually creating intelligences in the body, right? When we have a buildup of yeast, when we have a buildup of anything, there's a further indication of something there with the consciousness of whatever that is that we want to get through so that you can be released from it and tap into your intuition in that area more. Okay. So for me, why was I asked Vienna, I was like, why, what happened? And why, and she, one of the things she said to me, she goes, did you like it? And I was like, I said, it was fun. It was fun, but it was a little freaky. It was a little freaky. And she goes, exactly. And that's why your body has begun to reacclimate a little bit more and has begun to be able to create those veils for you with which you see your intuition, right? So what Svetlana is asking, for those of you who haven't heard, sometimes we will recommend doing certain cleanses. Sometimes we will do, there's a new, even more advanced class that Vienna has that she just created. It has only been taught like 2 or 3 times, and it's called 7 Planes of Existence 2. And in that course, she does have you do a wheat and sugar cleanse. But really, to answer your question, Svetlana, there are no requirements. That's right. Exactly, Rebecca. Exactly. No, only recommendations, not required. Nothing is required. But if it's something that creator says, hey, let's play with this, then I for sure will let you know in plenty amount of time to do so. Okay.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're so welcome. It's also, you know, the other one that's really good to do is a parasite cleanse. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but a parasite cleanse is something that's really good to do. And all of those things help you strengthen your
Do
intuition.
you have one that you recommend? There's so many going around.
I know. I want to give you the one that Vienna gives us. Okay. So email me directly and
Yeah, I have definitely interest in it. It's come up in my own self-healing sessions that I need to do this.
Yeah.
So
cool. So it sounds like those of you who are coming to the class are asking for it. So what will it take? You know, what will it take to like give you the experience of really, really, guys, you know what's interesting too? When you do a parasite cleanse, you literally feel like you're going to die. You know why? Because you're killing parasites in your body and their consciousness is, I'm dying. And who's picking that up? You are, right? You're not really dying. The parasites are dying. So then you can say, okay, not mine. Who does that belong to? Bye-bye parasites. And you can release them and let them go, right?
yeah, I would appreciate those a parasite cleanse for sure.
Of course.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely. Definitely. Anybody else? Thank you for that question, Svetlana. Amazing question. Stephanie, it's so great to see your name pop up.
23.
So long. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions, comments, concerns? You need anything at all? If that's it, I'm going to actually close the session today. I want to really, really, really thank all of you for coming, for showing up, for being here, for participating and sharing your energy and your energetic contribution. And I have a feeling that eventually I will see you all in intuitive anatomy. And if this has been informative to you in a way that makes you excited, allow it to be a goal, right? Allow it to be a goal for you. I have to admit, it wasn't a goal for me because that meant in my consciousness, it meant that if I did that, then I was serious about becoming a healer. And I wasn't serious about becoming a healer. So I kind of blocked off doing intuitive anatomy. But it took my mom getting sick, which is also a belief that in order for me to go the distance, I have to endure suffering and pain. That was a belief that I had to disconnect from, right? But I mean, once it became so powerful, then all my other goals, the goals changed my whole life all the way. Joanne. Yes, you have a question, my love?
Hey, sweetie, it's not a question, but it's an awareness.
Talk to me.
So when I signed up for the free, this free class right now or conversation,
Yeah.
I had the motivation to start walking. I had the motivation on Sunday. I went to the health food store and I got some juices and some fruits and vegetables and things and some supplements. And I was like, okay. As soon as I signed up for the free, it was like preparing me.
And also, how psychic are you? How in tune are you, really? Right? That you're so aware that maybe your body and your being wants to begin to prepare for this journey as well, whatever that looks like for you,
Right. Yeah.
So powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, listen, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Happy 2022 for you. Just a little tidbit about 2022. Did you know that the numerical value of 2022 is the number 6? And 6 is also the number of the heart. And so this year is all going to be all about connecting to your heart. And for all of us to connect to our heart and our most authentic self and our highest vibration, to lead with our heart, consciousness is going to become the new currency. And think about how wealthy each and every one of us is when consciousness is our currency, right? Connect to your heart, trust your heart, listen to your heart, make choices from your heart this year, and nothing can go wrong. Also, take very good care of your physical heart. Okay? Just because we're talking metaphysics here, we also want to know that as above, so below. The body mirrors that which happens intuitively and intellectually. So let's take very good care of our hearts and all of us. And I hope to see all of you in Intuitive Anatomy or any of our Theta Healing classes. We love you so much. We're so grateful for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. And we'll see you soon. Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Thank you, Daniel.